Hello everyone, welcome back to Pharmacon tutorial. Today we will discuss few MCQ from central nervous system. So let's get started. So here goes the first question. The minimum alveolar concentration of halothane is, the options are option A 75%, option B 25%, option C 7.5% and option D 0.75%. So here the minimum alveolar concentration or MAC is the lowest concentration of the anesthetic in the pulmonary alveoli, and here it is accepted as the valid measure of potency of inhalational general anesthetics. So the correct answer for this question is option D, that is 0.75%. The MAC of halothane is 0.75%. Moving on to the second question. Which general anesthetic selectively inhibits excitatory NMDA receptors? The options are option A thiopenton, option B halothane, option C desflurane and option D ketamine. Mainly, these general anesthetics potentiate the action of inhibitory neurotransmitter, that is GABA, to open the chloride channel, and also they selectively inhibit the excitatory NMDA type of glutamate receptors. So here the correct answer is option D, ketamine. This ketamine and also this nitrous oxide have the same mechanism of action. They selectively inhibit the excitatory NMDA type of glutamate receptor. So this receptor will gate the calcium selective cation channel in the neurons and inhibit this cation channel. So let's move on to the next question. Second gas effect is exerted by the following gas when co-administered with halothane. The options are option A nitrous oxide, option B cyclopropane, option C nitrogen and option D helium. So the correct answer is option A nitrous oxide. So upon administration of this nitrous oxide, about 1 liter per minute of nitrous oxide enters the blood in first few minutes. And so if another potent anesthetic like halothane is co-administered, induction will be faster, and this is called the second gas effect. Another effect which is associated with this nitrous oxide is the diffusion hypoxia, which is caused by the discontinuation of prolonged use of this anesthetic. So both second gas effect and diffusion hypoxia is associated with nitrous oxide. So the next question. Malignant hyperthermia is a rare complication of the use of following anesthetic. Options are option A ketamine, option B thiopenton sodium, option C halothane and option D either. The correct answer for this question is option C halothane. So halothane has rare complication of malignant hyperthermia, that is a genetically determined reaction. So let's see the next question. Ethanol is used in methanol poisoning because it antagonizes the action of methanol. Option B stimulates the metabolism of methanol and reduces its blood level. Option C inhibits the metabolism of methanol and generation of toxic metabolite. And option D replenishes the folate stores depleted by the methanol. The correct answer is option C, inhibits the metabolism of methanol and generation of toxic metabolite. This methanol poisoning is mainly due to its metabolic product, that is the formaldehyde and the formic acid. That is mainly by the alcohol and the aldehyde dehydrogenase. So in presence of ethanol, ethanol is preferentially metabolized by the alcohol dehydrogenase. So this will retard the metabolism of methanol. So the correct answer is it inhibits the metabolism of ethanol and generation of toxic metabolites. Moving on to the sixth question. Select the anticonvulsant drug that act as a GABA transaminase inhibitor. The options are option A gabapentin, option B vigabatrin, option C lamotrigine and option D clobazam. So here this GABA transaminase is the enzyme which degrades the GABA. So by inhibiting this enzyme, we can increase the synaptic GABA concentration. So the drug acting via this mechanism, that is by inhibiting the GABA transaminase, is option B, vigabatrin. Moving on to the question number 7. What will happen if the vitamin B complex is administered concurrently with levodopa? Option A, the action of levodopa in brain will be potentiated. Option B, decarboxylation of L-dopa in brain will be decreased. Option C, side effects will be ameliorated. And option D, decreased efficacy will result. Here the correct answer is option D, decreased efficacy. Here this vitamin B complex, that is for example pyridoxine, it will abolish the therapeutic effect of levodopa, that is mainly by enhancing its peripheral decarboxylation. So the efficacy of levodopa will be decreased by using vitamin B complex concurrently. Moving on to question 8. What is true of risperidone? Options are: option A, it is an atypical neuroleptic which produces few extrapyramidal side effects. Option B, it has combined dopamine D2 and 5-HT2 receptor blocking activity. Option C, it does not cause hyperprolactinemia. And option D, both A and B are correct. The correct answer of this question is option D, both A and B are correct. So risperidone, it is an atypical antipsychotic drug which has combined effect by on D2 and 5-HT2 receptor blockade. Here goes the 9th question. Select the anxiolytic benzodiazepine that has additional mild antidepressant property. The options are: option A, chlordiazepoxide, option B, oxazepam, option C, alprazolam, and option D, lorazepam. So among these options, all are the anxiolytic benzodiazepine, and the correct answer here is alprazolam, which is a potent anxiolytic benzodiazepine with additional mood elevating action. So they are mainly used in panic disorders and also used as hypnotics. Now let's have a look at the question number 10. The following drug can be used as an alternative to lithium in mania and bipolar illness. The options are: option A, carbamazepine, option B, carisoprodol, option C, clomipramine, and option D, diethyl carbamazine. The correct answer is option A, carbamazepine. Nowadays, alternatives to lithium is used in therapy. This is mainly because of the special risk of toxicity, and in some patients it shows incomplete or poor response to lithium. So they are replaced with some other drugs like sodium valproate, carbamazepine, lamotrigine, and atypical antipsychotic drugs. So here the correct answer is option A, carbamazepine. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following is a selective MAO-B inhibitor? The options are: option A, selegiline, option B, chlorgeline, option C, moclobemide, and option D, trenylcypromine. This MAO is a mitochondrial enzyme which is involved in the oxidative deamination of biogenic amines. So there are two isoforms, that is MAO-A and MAO-B. This MAO-B is predominantly found in brain and platelet, and by inhibiting this enzyme, there is less degradation of dopamine. So the correct answer for this question is option A, selegiline. So selegiline is a MAO-B inhibitor. Another newer MAO inhibitor is there, that is rasagiline. So selegiline and rasagiline are the two MAO-B inhibitors. So here the correct answer is selegiline. Moving on to the question number 12. Which of the following is a non-sedative anxiolytic? The options are: option A, chlorpromazine, option B, buspirone, option C, hydroxyzine, option D, alprazolam. The correct answer is buspirone. So next question, question number 13. A drug which is a full agonist at opioid receptor has excellent oral bioavailability, analgesic equipotency to morphine, and a long duration of action with milder withdrawal syndrome on abrupt discontinuation. Options are option A, fentanyl, option B, hydromorphone, option C, methadone, and option D, nalbuphine. Here the correct answer is option C, methadone. So methadone is a synthetic opioid which is chemically dissimilar but pharmacologically very similar to morphine, and it has analgesic, respiratory depressant, emetic, antitussive and constipating properties similar to that of morphine. So let's have a look at the question number 14. Strychnine produces convulsions by option A, stimulating NMDA receptor, option B, facilitating the excitatory transmitter glutamate, option C, blocking the inhibitory neurotransmitter GABA, and option D, blocking the inhibitory transmitter glycine. So this strychnine, it is an alkaloid from the seed of Strychnus nexvomica, which is a potent convulsant. This strychnine acts by blocking the postsynaptic inhibition produced by the inhibitory neurotransmitter, that is the glycine. So the correct answer is option D, blocking the inhibitory neurotransmitter glycine. So the next question, select the correct statement about donepezil. Here are the options. Option A, it is a topical carbonic anhydrase inhibitor used in glaucoma. It is option B, it is a catechol O-methyltransferase inhibitor used as adjuvant in Parkinson's disease. It is a cerebroselective anticholinesterase that affords the symptomatic improvement in Alzheimer's disease. And option D, it is a synthetic cannabinoid with antiemetic property. So the correct answer is it is a cerebroselective anticholinesterase that affords the symptomatic improvement in Alzheimer's disease. If you find this video informative, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.